sync, man. I think I got that sync. How are you doing? Oh, dear. Well, what's going on? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? I got too excited. Sometimes I get too excited to be here. I got too excited because there's so many things going on, man. This ninjas is crazy. I got I got my ebonics on tonight. These ninjas are crazy. But let me know about that sync. I think I did some good work on the sync, so I want to know if it's good for y'all. Let me know about that sync. Let me know about that sync. This is real audio engineering at its best. I don't give up, you know? So let me know about that sync. Let me know about that sync. Salute. Let me start greeting you guys. Greetings to Salah. Salah is in the house. KF is in the house. Salute to KF. Akinyi is in the house. What time is it in Nairobi? Akinyi is in the house. MS Optimistic is in the house. All right. Seafood platters there. The crab den. What is the crab den? Man, Nairobi is popping, man. I need to get my ticket. Rainbow the God does not miss. Salute to Rainbow the God, man. I need to send Rainbow the God a gift card. I need to send you a gift card for attendance. Man. Shoot me an email, man. I got you a gift card. I'm going to send you a gift card for attendance, you know. Let me start sharing some of this AdSense money with my community. Let me know if we're good on the sync.
Folk name. I'm
on folk name.
I ain't gonna lie.
Let me know, please. I'm very cautious about the sync.
I can go for some fries or something.
I'll go for some fries or something, man. Let me know if we're good on the sync. Then we get it started, man. Let me know if we're good on the sync, man. Are we good on the sync? Yeah. Are we good on the sync? I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me if we're good. There is still a delay. Is it bad of a delay? Because I tested this. Okay, 3 to 4 seconds. I did a good test on this. So, okay. So it looks like this solution might not work. Okay. This solution might not work, man. So give me a few seconds. I'm going to move off this option and go to my usual, because I don't. I usually do EV Max to bring you all on. So give me 3 seconds. I'm gonna start with the music and then I'll switch over my microphones. Okay. So let's do this. Let's entertain ourselves with some music. All right, this is a test. How does it sound? Let me know. Are we in sync? Are we back in sync? Let me know. Let me know if we're back in sync. I think this should be it. Let me know. Let me know. And let me know if you can hear in both ears, because sometimes when I go stereo, you can only hear in one ear. Okay, I'm gonna wait for that feedback before I kick it off. I'm gonna wait for that feedback and then I'm gonna kick it off. We are 9 minutes into the stream. I gotta get this kicked off. Uh, Sound low but synced. Okay. Can you do you have it in both ears though? You got it in both ears. Better, but in one ear. Okay. So we're getting close. We're getting there. This is one more adjustment, and we should now. You should have it in both ears now. And let me know if you need more loudness. If you need more loudness, let me know. Sounds like in a bathroom taking a shit. That means you're getting a lot of echo. So then I go, okay, Rainbow the God, you say it's good now? You got it in both ears and it's good? Yes, yeah. I trust Rainbow the God's audio because he's usually the one to call it out. And KF, and it's louder. It is louder, so you don't need more. All good. Let's go. Let's go. Let me get a reset because I like to get a reset just to get myself back in
We
there.
need another one. Folk now. I'm hungry though. I ain't gonna lie. I can go for some fries or something, folks. I ain't gonna lie, folks. I can go for some fries or something.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So good to have you 27 in the house. We got a packed program today. I typically don't stack it up like that, but it's a Tuesday. I was like, let me get this one in, man. Let me get this one in. So I released a video on the main channel today, and this video came directly to me from this organization in Kenya. Okay. And they reached out to me because they said, Nana, you are a good friend of Kenya. And we like all the work you've been doing for our country. So we want you to send this message to the passport bros. Because the last time they came over, they thought we were joking. And then they keep coming over and doing the same things. So this is their very last warning to people like Keys in the streets with Keys, J. Rello, And what's the other dude's name? NYC The Future. All these guys that are creating content, filming Kenyan women without their consent, monetizing it, monetizing their way to Kenya, and repeatedly doing it, even though Kenyans have said, we don't like this. So these brothers reached out to me. I didn't want to even do a reaction video to it. I said, you know what? They sent it to me in its originality. So let me post this so that people understand that this is something very serious. Okay, fellas, let's just be honest here. Do not say that we did not warn you. I want to repeat this. Do not say that we did not warn you. Okay, this is the second protest that this organization has done. For those of you that know Kenya, these dudes are not a bunch of dudes to play with. These dudes have some political power. The government respects them. Their party is in power right now in Kenya. And they are making appeals to their government to scrutinize the people that come into Kenya. But they are also taking a step further by warning people online before they show up to Kenya. Okay? We're going to play a little bit of it. The full video is on the main channel, so you can go back and watch it. But because of time restraints, we're going to play a little bit of it for you to understand the seriousness in which these people are taking this situation, because it is a serious situation. So we're going to play a little bit of it so that you guys, you see it. It's coming straight from source. This came from Kenya. I didn't make this video up. It dropped today. They reached out to me on WhatsApp. And I love the connection and the friendships that I've built in Kenya ever since this Jerelo bullshit happened to my people in East Africa. Okay? And I want to build this friendship long term because they know I have their interest at hand. The concerns these men are raising is very serious. But we know the blacks, they're not going to take it too seriously, right? Pab was walking around Nairobi acting a fool. Austin Holloman has always been acting a fool. Jerelo went in there and acted a fool. The Big Cheese, is that his name? The Big Cheese? Big Boss, the Big Boss. The Big Boss went over there and acted a fool. So now the Kenyans have seen that you people in Americas, you don't want to take their situation seriously. So this is their final warning to the passport bros. Okay? This is their final warning to the passport bros. Do not say that we did not warn you. Okay? We're saying this nicely because we're not violent people. We're nice people. We're just saying, guys, please stop. Please stop. But if you don't stop and something happens to you while you're in Kenya, do not come over here and cry that Nana had something to do with it, because you've been warned. And this is serious. Okay, fellas, this is Africa. This is not the United States of America. The great Idi Amin had a saying. I need to find it because I used to have it on my phone. Idi Amin used to say, freedom of speech. What is it? Let me find it because I have it somewhere. Okay, so the great Idi Amin of Uganda used to say, there is freedom of speech, but I cannot guarantee freedom after speech. Okay, I'll repeat that. There is freedom of speech, but I cannot guarantee freedom after speech. Okay, so when you're walking around Africa, you need to understand the political dynamics and you need to respect the people. And I feel like the blacks don't want to hear it because they come from a country that has freedom. They do whatever the fuck they want. But let me tell you today, including O'Shea Jackson, that in Africa, you don't do whatever the fuck you want. You do not do whatever the fuck you want. You can only do that in Sacramento. So you got to be careful. These dudes are serious. Let's get to the video. Let's see what they got to say.
Passport Bros, be warned. Be warned. Be warned. Be warned. Be warned. Respect our women's dignity. If our government cannot act, we shall take action by our hands. Yes. Thank you very much.
You heard that. If our government does not act, we will take these actions into our hands. You got to take these people seriously. You see them like this, skinny dudes. These are some tough hombres in Kenya, man. These guys come from a section of the political arm that is very powerful. So even if the government doesn't listen, they will handle you. And all it takes is one incident. So all I'm saying is please act right. I know Keys, in the street with Keys. We're going to start covering that motherfucker. In the street with Keys, went to Kenya, acted a fool. Nobody said anything. He came back. And then he's fundraising to go back to Kenya to act a fool again. Oh, this time it's not going to be pretty. Okay, Keys, I'm letting you know right now. This trip is not going to be pretty. So maybe you should find another destination. Do not say I did not tell you. So I'm letting the whole YouTube know and all the internet know. In the streets with Keys, NYC the future. You are about to enter a war zone. You guys are about to enter a war zone because you know what is about to happen? The last time Jirelo went there and acted a fool, these guys were on their own. They were not funded. They were just trying to deal with you guys normally, nicely. Well, the dynamics have changed now. We are going to fund these men. We are going to put money down these men to support these men. And I thank God that I have the means to do it. Because I want to prove a point so that I can sit on YouTube and roast your asses when you're burning in hell. So take these warnings seriously. I will not come on YouTube and repeat myself. I'm letting you know right now so that you don't circle around and say, we did not tell you. Because for the first time, we are going to show you a different side of Africa and African people. Because you guys don't want to listen. You want to disrespect. Okay? We're going to make a scapegoat out of you during these diaspora tensions. Now is not the time for bullshit. So these men are telling you, do not come to Nairobi, Kenya on some bullshit. Do not do that. Go there on some tourism. Go see the animals. Say hi to Mr. Giraffe. Take some photos. And if you're going to date a woman, no problem. Date a Kenyan girl that wants to date you. But do not film these women showing them on YouTube, even if they accept to do it. They are not movie actors. So do not do that. Turn off your cameras and have a good time. At least I'm offering you that option. But beyond that, this old way of sitting on a couch, doing O'Shea Jackson bullshit, Jirelo bullshit, taking pictures, showing it to the rest of the world that Kenya is a whorehouse and all the women there are for sale. Those days are over. I am going to fund this organization myself. I'm going to put money out to fund this organization. Even if I don't make money on YouTube, I don't care. I'll take money out because I usually have what I call bullshit money. Money that I can waste to teach people a lesson. So I will fund this organization to hunt you when you go to Nairobi and act a fool. And hopefully we can, through their victories, we can extend that into Uganda and Tanzania. Because I know those are the places that you guys have been fooling. Eh? Those are the places you guys have been fooling, eh? So I want to make sure that I get you right there in those places. Eh? It will happen. I will fund these guys. Now that I have direct contact to them, now that I can speak to them directly, we're gonna start our pressure right from your taxi at Jomo Kenyatta Airport, right there at the airport. Soon as that vlogging camera comes out, you are under arrest by vigilante police in Nairobi, Kenya. So act right. This year, we are determined to put a stop to this bullshit. You guys can go to Asia, you can go to Latin America and do all that bullshit. But Africa is closed. We are full. We don't need any more idiots. We've had enough. Africa is complete. Se ha completado, like they say in Espanol. Africa se ha completado. We don't want your asses over there. It is not your motherland. It's the motherland of my Caribbean brothers, my South Americans, my Black Europeans, or Black British, Black English, whatever you want to call them nowadays. Our Surinamese people in the Netherlands, and the people of Africa. It is closed to Tariq's tribe, okay? It's open to good Black Americans, but it's close to Tariq's tribe. It's close. Se ha completado. We don't want your asses over there. So we are making this public service announcement. This is why they sent this video to me. So this is a public service announcement. Do not say that we did not warn you, because we have. And it's not the first time that I've come on YouTube to tell you, like in Zambia, they say, na papata. Begging you. In Ghana, we say, me pa ocho. I don't know what they say in Swahili, but it might be close to what the Zambians say, na papata. We are begging you, stay home. Because if you don't stay home, I will not be responsible for whatever happens in East Africa. You have been warned. Stay home. Stay home. Let's keep going.
Usual, my name is Oriati Bim. Women power! Power! Women power! Power! We are here as Kenyans. We came here to condemn some invidious act that are being taken with some people by the name Passport Bros. And I, Oriati Bim, as an activist, we are acting, we want to act so fast because these people have been using our women, our ladies, and our sisters like dustbin. We are here to condemn you, Passport Bros. Yes. Last year we condemn you. The government of this country never taken any action. We are here again as Kenyans, standing with our women, condemning you again. That never try to misuse, to mislead our women because of their desperate or of the same lack of the same word. I want to say this, that we as Kenyans, we really respect our dignity and the dignity of our women. And we cannot accept the foreigners by the name Passport Bros or brothers, that they are taking advantage of our women, that our women are so desperate of money. So they are doing sex activities with them. They are recording them without their consent, and they are posting and they are earning money with them.
This is one very important thing that he highlighted, okay? And this is very cultural. African men, we understand that part of our role in life is to protect our women, is to show them love and respect. Contrary to what a lot of Western people think about us, they think that we have so much control, that we are abusive because our women submit to us, so they think that we're very abusive. I have a very, very submissive wife, but she also has opinions. She has good ideas. She has great ideas. She's highly educated. And she's respected. So this is what the standard African home looks like. It's not what you guys hear. You just don't know what submission means. So you guys think submission means being abusive. No, it's not. You can testify, you can attest to this by seeing how we welcome African women on our platforms when they join us here. We don't disrespect them, we don't yell at them. We actually set the stage to make it very comfortable for them to coexist with us when we're discussing issues. That is not the case when I go to FBA TikTok. The women are usually overpowering the men. The men are calling them the B words. We don't call our women that. And you guys haven't learned all these years that you should not be calling your women those names. I mean, you are the only group of humans on this planet. I repeat, you are the only group of humans on this planet that fought a public war with your women for 10 years. Everybody on the planet heard about the gender wars, which was usually disgruntled men, incels for the most part, that were dissatisfied with their dating options because they didn't want to pull their weight. They were low achieving, low vibrating, like my friend Chaotic will always say, low vibrating men. And they didn't understand how that happened. So what did they do? When they lost that battle, they bought passports, they went to foreign countries, and they took their stinky attitudes to foreign countries, and now Africa has become the turf. You're not going to marry these women. And even when you go there, you're taking mostly our undesirables. And you're denigrating them and you're disgracing them. But for us, culturally, even the women that are not, quote unquote, living a righteous life, we have to culturally defend them because at the end of the day, they are Kenyans, they're Ghanaians, they're Nigerians, and as an emblem, they're Africans. This is why these men are taking this stance. That is what you don't know. We defend our women, regardless of what issues we have with them. It's not always kumbaya, but you will never hear African men build YouTube channels, monetize them, aka MTR, and make denigrating thumbnails about their features, about their looks, about how they smell, about their hair, and all the things that they do wrong. We don't put it out there. This is why I say this group of men are very weak, because strong men defend their women. They protect their women. They don't abuse them. They protect them. Those are two different things. Abuse is for weak men. The fact that a woman submits to you does not give you the reason to be abusive. But because you are so low, like weak brains, you think, oh, she's submissive. I got to abuse her. I got to show her some power. No, you're not strong. You're weak. So maybe culturally you don't understand why these men are taking a stand, and they're doing it politely. They're too nice. Like I said, these people are too nice. You guys don't want me in Africa. Soon as I set shop in Africa, you might not be able to travel there. Right now, we're doing this remotely, so it's a little bit difficult. But if I set shop at home, you will not be able to visit. I'm letting you know right now. You will not be able to visit because I'm going to fund this. I'm going to spend money on this. I got enough money to do it, so I'm going to spend money on this. I'm letting you know right now. For your safety, please stay away. When they say don't show up, do not show up because they mean it. And I damn sure mean it too. I have direct contact with them right now. So we're going to be working, okay? We're going to teach our women how to scope. Okay, scope is legal on YouTube. I can say scope. We're going to teach our women how to scope. We're going to teach our women how to make this into a business like the Colombians have. And eventually, you will not show up. It may take us a couple years to get there. The Colombians didn't get there overnight. When I lived in Colombia in 2010, they didn't have that. So they had to learn and adjust because somebody taught them how to do it. So we are going to teach our people how to do it because that's the only way you learn. And maybe you stop sending us Jerello, Austin Holloman, O'Shea Duke Jackson, and all those degenerates, NYC The Future, all those in the streets with keys, all those degenerates that the blacks have formed and directed to visit us in Africa. This business ends in 2026. We ended this year, and I fucking mean it, man. I really, really mean it. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice, okay? I'm not that nice. My uncle is my uncle is a devil in Ghana. It's called Nana Kwaku Bonsam. Google him. Nana Kwaku Bonsam, Bonsam. That's my uncle. He's considered the devil of Ghana. We are devils. So I have a good side and I have an evil side. And my evil side is very evil. So this is a very nice way to put it. Stay away. Okay? Please stay away. Por favor. Stay away. Okay? Let's keep going.
We want to warn you that we have already marked areas and restaurants that you people are doing this business. And we shall come there, we shall ban those restaurants, and we shall also ban you in our country. And there's no joke. And if you have been arrested, you will serve life sentence in prison. We shall not joke with you. We as Kenyans, we have never misused the body of your women. Why are you using our body of our women for granted? So we are asking passport bros that we as Kenyans, we have talked with our governors, we have talked with our government that we are warning you for the last time. If the government of this country cannot act, we Kenyans, we shall act. And our action will come seriously. Correct. Our action will come tirelessly, without any fear of contradiction. Women power! Power! Women power! Power! Passport bros goes!
Power!
Women power!
Power!
Women power!
Power!
Okay, this is Joseph Asamba, a Kenyan who wants to condemn and talk about the protection of human dignity, Kenyan culture, and the protection of human dignity. Today, I am here to read about whatever is happening in our country and abroad concerning our women and our young girls that are being exploited by foreigners under evil activities. Number one, Kenya should not become a destination for sex tourism or the exploitation of vulnerable people. Number two, children and young people deserve strong protection through law enforcement and public awareness. Yes. Number three, citizens, lawmakers, and law enforcement should work together to combat social exploitation and human trafficking.
Yes. Correct.
Number four, building a safer Kenya requires respect for the law, human dignity, and community responsibility. There are concerns that financial incentives encourage some individuals to create and share this type of content. Passport bros are accused of recording women in clubs, restaurants, and other public places without their consent.
Action must
Now,
action must take care.
Yes.
In conclusion, protecting Kenya means standing against exploitation while ensuring that all allegations are handled fairly, lawfully, and with respect of human rights. Now, Kenyans, we were here last year condemning the same activity concerning foreigners known as the passport bros who comes in our country. They exploit young women of our country. They do sexual activities. They record them without their consent, and they supply those clips and videos across the world, condemning or claiming that Kenyan women are very cheap. We are here to ask the government of Kenya, under the Ministry of Interior, and also under the Ministry of Gender, under Madam Hannah Cheptum, that we are also alarming this activity, that these people are also planning to come again in Kenya to exploit our women. We are saying that Kenya is not there to be exploited by foreigners who came here to do evil activities within our nation. We are asking the Ministry of Interior to take a stand action. We should not wait for our criminal activities to be taken in our country so that the government can take an initiative. We are asking,
Yes.
we are asking
Protect our women.
our government,
Yes.
Kipchumba Murkomen, you must take stand action against such kind of an activity. Let us protect our women before they are exploited by these evil gangs. We call them criminals, and they are also even terrorists.
Okay, those are strong words. He says we call them criminals and they are also terrorists. Okay? And let me let you know what happens when Africans label you a terrorist or a gang. When Africans label you a terrorist or a gang, that means you are fair game. That means you can be chopped off. So these people have to be very serious. Okay? I may not come back on YouTube to talk about this story again because you've been warned enough. In Ghana, like we say, a word to the wise is enough. Okay, on that note, let's move on to our second topic of the day. I'm going to pull this up, but before I get there, let me get your comments. All right. Kenya says, Happy Ham Day to everyone. Okay. All right, let's see. Thank you very much for your support, Jada. That's $10 super chat from Jada. Thanks for your support. Yan says, let's go. Stop working with the audio. Let's go. Let's go. That was some time back. I'm 24 minutes behind. I'm doing very well with comments. Lithium is saying no degeneracy in Africa. I agree. And Salah, who lives in Kenya, says Kenyan street justice is grimy. They don't. I think they don't take it seriously. Yeah, say hi to Mr. Giraffe. That's all you're supposed to do. Say hi to Mr. Giraffe and come on back home. Come back home. Come back home. Salute to Rainbow the God. This is Jada again. This is Jada again. Thank you, Jada. We need to put Jada on super chat timeout. We need to put Jada on super chat timeout. Hold on 1 second. I got to pick this call. Okay. Who do I got here? Byron Brown is in the house. All the Caribbean men that go to Africa, they respect the place. They don't do dumb shit like some. I agree with you, Byron. I was a kid in Ghana when Rita Mali moved to Ebri, which is right outside of Accra. And there's also, when you go to Accra, one of the most visited restaurants is called Jamrock. Okay. I'll put it in the chat. It's called Jamrock. Jamrock. And it's right on the campus of the University of Ghana, but they used to be in East Legon. And Jamrock is owned by Caribbean people that have repatriated to Africa for many generations. Like they've raised kids there. They already speak Ghanaian languages. Their kids speak Ghanaian languages. They've become Ghanaians, right? And we've always lived very peacefully with all the first rush of Caribbean people to Ghana came right about 1995, 1996. That's when we started getting a lot of guys coming from mostly Jamaica. St. Anne. There was the place in Jamaica called St. Anne. I don't know if you are from Jamaica, but we got the first influx of people we got were from St. Anne. And in our local newspaper in Ghana, the Daily Graphic, there was a big segment of the Daily Graphic that had something called pen pals. And it would be a whole page of Jamaican school students that wanted to connect with Ghanaian students to exchange letters. We'll send letters to each other. Sometimes we'll send small currency notes like a $1 or one CD, or I think they had the Jamaican pounds at the time. I don't know what they're using now, but we'll exchange currencies and talk about like exchange cultures, right? This is why Ghanaians have always been very much in love with Jamaicans. Um, I think we got influenced by the Jamaicans when it comes to track and field, right? Usain Bolt was big in Ghana, it's very popular in Ghana, but Shelley and Fraser Price was even much popular. And then there was I'm trying to remember some of the names. There was there was Shelley and Fraser Price, Usain Bolt, Osofa Powell, right? There was a dude called Osofa Powell, very good 200-meter runner, 100-meter runner. There was also, oh man, I can't think of the top of my head. Uh, I remember what she looks like, but I can't think of her on the top. She won both gold medals, 100 meters and 200 meters in uh, in Rio, and her coach was Coach Francis, right? Coach Francis. But a lot of us got to love track and field because of Jamaican influence and just how much closer we've been. This is why I don't play like whatever is going on with Black America right now. If the tables were turned and this hate came from the Caribbean or came from Jamaicans, I don't think I would have pushed back because I would feel like it's not them because I've known and I've learned about them for so many years, and it's just not part. It's just not in them. There's just so much love in the Caribbean, and I've been and I've traveled, so I know I've experienced it firsthand, right? And Latin America too. Afro Colombians and Afro Ecuadorians are very close to me, so I take them very dearly. And Haitians, you guys know how I feel about Haiti, right? Strong advocate for Haiti, and I hope that they get their independence because I don't think they're really independent. But this is what I hope that maybe one day Black South Africans and Black Americans will come around. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Okay, so Asafo Power's wife is Ghanaian. Yep, yep. Okay. The girl, the lady that I was trying to remember her name, I'm gonna Google it because I can't seem to think about it. But she won 100 meters um, in Rio. She won 100 and 200 meters in Rio. Um, it was Usain Bolt, and then right now it's Kishen Thompson or Blake Seville, but this was a woman. I always know her. She's beautiful, tall girl, like long legs, tall, beautiful black woman. Elaine Thompson Hera, right? Elaine Thompson. That's my girl. She's not doing so well right now, but I came to love track and field because of just Jamaican influence on me in the early 2000s and reggae music, of course, right? So for me, Caribbean people can never offend me. I will always forgive them if they do. All right. I will. They can't offend me. Let's see. But anyway, let's get to the topic. Let's get to the topic because I'm rambling. The That's a few of your comments. Let me cut this down to about 10 minutes. Andrew saying good night to hosts, moderators, and guests. Welcome, welcome, my friend. These Kenyans burn stuff. They don't play. They don't play in Kenya, man. They are nice, but when they start protesting, they mean it. They really mean it. Salute to you, Jada again. Salute to Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone. Shakari Richardson, she's from the Dallas area. Elaine Thompson, Elaine Thompson Hera. Yeah, Elaine Thompson Hera. That is a woman. I think I think she struggled because she changed her coach. It used to be Coach Francis, the big dude, uh, who is Keishan Thompson's coach right now. That is a woman. That I think that is what really slowed her down. But I'm a big fan of track and field, man. I love track and field, and I like women tennis. Good night from Trinidad and Tobago, man. One of my good friends in the Dallas area. Well, he lives in San Antonio now. We call him Yaman. Kester is from Trinidad, and let me know what time is Carnival in Trinidad. Let me know. Let me know what time is Trinidad's Carnival, man. I might show up this year because I heard Trinidad's um Trinidad's Carnival is popping. It is popping. So this story is very upsetting. Okay, you guys know Wakanda, right? Wakanda, right? I'm not really a big movie guy. I don't really watch movies like that. My wife is big on movies. I'm the type of dude that goes to the movie theater and just wants to drink beer and hope that the movie dies off and everybody goes home. But my wife is like really movie, and my son really likes the movies. Me and my daughter, yeah, we don't really care. Once in a while, we watch it. Okay, but the story of Wakanda. Let me, before I play these videos, I think I need to do a Wikipedia, okay? So that we understand how confused and uneducated these people are. Even though I don't watch movies, and I never, you guys will be surprised. I never watch when, what's the name of him? Chadwell, whenever he did it, I never watched it. That's how much I don't care about this stuff. I'm a nerd. I don't give a damn about movies like that. I don't play video games and I don't watch movies. That's not how I entertain myself. I don't. I think anyway, let me not say that because that would be too controversial. That would be too controversial. But let me put this up. I'm gonna put this up first and then I'll switch over to the other screen. But I just want us to educate ourselves in the process. So, what is Wakanda? Okay, Wakanda officially the kingdom of Wakanda. One thing you need to realize when they use words like kingdom, it typically means Africans because we were the people that really used kingdom in our local languages to represent our tribes and our territory. Okay. But this is a fictional country, which means it's not existent, appearing in American comic books that was published by Marvel Comics, particularly those featuring the Black Panther, right? Which is we'll get into deeper into that. But this was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Okay, so who created the whole Wakanda? Let's see. I hope you guys can see my screen. Is this a Black American? No. This man created what Black Americans are fighting over right now. The white man. Just like they built America, right? The white man created Wakanda. This whole thing, the blacks are fighting over, the blacks. It's created by a white man called Stan Lee. Okay? You can see it. We're not lying, but they don't learn, they don't research because these people fundamentally believe that everything is made by them and belongs to them. You have to build stuff. If you want to really claim stuff like that, you have to build stuff. Okay? He died at 95 years old in Los Angeles, California. He was born in New York City. And guess what? He was born Romanian, born Jewish immigrant parents. The code word here is immigrants. So who is the third? Who is the real third, especially when it comes to successful stuff? Who is the third? The black man in America is the third. They're just loud. They are arrogant, loud. But if you look at things contextually, they are always not ready for the debate. So the man who created this whole debate is a white Jewish man of Romanian descent born to immigrant parents. You're fighting over something that is built by an immigrant. This was not built in no Mississippi. No, it wasn't built by uh, I was I. No, how did they say it? Maza, I was I. I was I. I was I cooked the meal, Masa. No, this was not done by I was I cooked the meal, Masa. Okay, you guys, you have become so pathetic. I want to be very nice to the blacks. I really do. I've always wanted to find a point in time where I just ignore them and start really focusing on real life issues that benefit regular people. But they always bring themselves. And I'm here for you and I'm ready for you. This is built, what you're fighting over right now, you look ridiculous because it's not even built by you. You've not created this. So why is there even an argument? This is a story that is built around a fictional theme around Africa, the centerpiece of human civilization, created by a white man that is of an immigrant background. You have no place in this. Matter of fact, Chadwick, who was given the role, first of all, should have never gotten the role if we went based off what this movie was about. And I'm not even a movie person, so I shouldn't be the one sitting here explaining this. This is not something that I like. I don't watch movies. I have never watched the Wakanda movie. I think my wife took me to the movie, but I didn't really pay attention because I'm not really a movie guy. And you guys be like, "Oh, Nana really doesn't like movies like that." Yes, I've never watched that movie because I don't care about movies. I go to the movie theater as part of a family event just to be part of my family, but it's not something that I like. People have things they like to do, and for me, the movies is not. I got a movie theater upstairs, which I'm going to bring you guys to when I start painting it because I got to put it together. I have the space, I just haven't set it up right, but I'm gonna set it up nice, 100-inch screen, and put some nice movie seats, and maybe once in a while we're gonna stream from there, and you guys will see me paint it. It'll look good, but I'm not really into the movies like that, and I still know these things. We got to educate the blacks, man. We have to educate the blacks because this is ridiculous. When I heard them complaining, I was like, what the fuck? This has nothing to do with you. Wakanda is fictional. Even the name sounds African. It does not sound like Tyrone or Demarcus or Denitra or Shenene or Shaniqua. It doesn't sound something that you do. It's Wakanda, Tikala. Those are African words, African names, even if they are fictional. It's got nothing to do with you. The money that backs these movies is from the United States of America, but it's white money. Your money is Tyler Perry in Atlanta, Georgia, right? That's where your money is. It's Tyler Perry. What do they call those Tyler Perry movies? Madea. You guys can only complain about Madea. Okay. This is why I say I'm your daddy. I'm here to check you and to set you straight because you've lost your way. So this is not even about hate. My calling in America right now is to set you straight, is to help your community. Because even the things you complain about make you sound so stupid that nobody takes you seriously anymore. Like for me to come from sub-Saharan Africa in a small town of Oboko to teach you things you're supposed to know makes me feel like, why? Come on, bro. You had all this technology growing up. You have electricity. You have abundant water. You have all the resources that white America has created. Yeah, this is the closest nation to heaven. Why are you still complaining about some dudes living in sub-Saharan Africa and in other parts of the world? You shouldn't complain about them. You got abundance. No, you are complaining about them because you're insecure. And you're insecure because of the bad decisions that you've made with all the opportunities that was given to you. And a refugee from Iraq or even Rwanda that's seen war would come here not speaking English and even take a little bit of that opportunity. And that makes you feel a certain kind of way. And I've always said, as somebody that has mentored a lot of people, your best option is to analyze your life and say, you know what, I suck. So I need to turn my life around. And my problems are because I suck. And I need direction to change my life. It's not the black immigrants' fault. We are the least migrants of all the nations. There are more Europeans migrating to America more than us. Why are you fighting us? If you fight us, that position is going to be replaced by a European migrant. That will increase the white population even more than it is. And even if birth rates are low amongst them, your birth rates are not better anyway because only a few group of men in your community are populating your women. And because it's usually the losers that get some ass, those losers end up raising children that go to jail, which doesn't give you the voting power to restore a majority. So black immigration was supposed to even be in your favor because you're going to get people that look like you. But when these black immigrants moved in, they saw that you guys were full of shit. And they were like, we'd rather rock with the Asians and the whites and all the other groups because your minds are crazy. And instead of you doing a reflection to change your ways, you decided to go to war with them. And now you're fighting over a movie, over breadcrumbs. And guess what? Their favorite word. Let me know in the chat what their favorite word is. Boycott. Now they're going on TikTok saying boycott. Let me elaborate a little bit. I'll take your comments. I know I suck at this comment stuff, but let's see. So this is where it came from. That was Stan Lee. Jack Kirby, the other dude, looks white to me. Okay. He died at 76 in Thousand Oaks, California, but he was also born in New York. Well, he was born Jacob Ketzberg, and then he changed his name to Jack. Okay. He grew up in New York City. He learned how to draw cartoons by tracing characters from comic strips and editorial cartoons. This is a talent that he built for himself. Okay? This is him, his early life. Lower East Side in Manhattan. His parents, Rose Bernstein and Benjamin Kutzberg, were Austrian Jewish immigrants. So the two people that put together Wakanda were Jewish immigrants, Eastern European and Austria, which is kind of borderline between Eastern Europe and Western Europe. It's right there by Germany and Slovakia and Slovenia and all these places, right? So the people that even came up with these concepts were Jewish Americans that had immigrant backgrounds. Why are you in this conversation? Why is Black America in this conversation? It's got nothing to do with you. The scene is Wakanda. It's Africa. Nothing to do with you. The creators and the developers of this novelty are white Jewish people born and raised in New York to immigrant parents. Why don't you create your stuff? Where is the Tyler Perry Wakanda? That's what you all should be talking about. This is disgraceful. And I like that I'm doing this because when I saw them acting a fool on TikTok, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get you. This is going to be the best rebuttal to this nonsense because these people haven't done their research. This is why we come in, because we can always dissect these things at a more intellectual level than their low IQ selves because they just talk. This is why I don't respect a lot of these motherfuckers. They don't know how things get done. because they've never built anything. When you've never built anything, you don't understand how things come to play. You are just a consumer. Your job is to go over there and spend your money to watch the movie. If you don't want to spend the money because they picked an African to play in a movie that talks about Africa and a fictional city in Africa, you can go to hell. I shit on you. I poo poo on you. Okay? Whoever is making any commentary about the selection of a black British man of Nigerian and Caribbean descent for getting this exciting role that will make black people proud globally, I shit on you. As in Ghana, we say, triso. I shit on you, I shit on your head. I shit on your head for behaving like this. Go to Tyler Perry Studios and build your own. Who is the real tether here? Y'all are tethering. Because this has nothing to do. You guys say you're not Africans. This is Wakanda. It's African. What sounds more African than Wakanda? Your name is Johnson, Demetrius, Shenene, Shikwekwe. What has that got to do with Wakanda? Wakanda is African. It doesn't get African than this. So why is the beef? So now you got the history. You got the context. You got the history. It's got nothing to do with these motherfuckers. Let's listen to some of their complaints, and then I'll take some of your comments. Let's listen to their complaints. Let's see. It's always that evil-looking black girl. This one, right? Is this one?
This past Friday. Okay, family, we need your help. We have a petition that I officially uploaded onto change.org this past Friday. It was written by For Black. I'm actually going to tag her in this post if you want to go ahead and follow her as well. Basically, the petition is to protect the Black American identity and keep us from being reclassified, and at some point, eventually, hopefully, give us a protected.
Is it identity, or is it FBA, or is Black American? Why is she changing course? Because this is the queen mother of FBA. And why do you need Massa to sign something to protect you? If you believe you are equal to humans, you do not go to another human for endorsement. You go to God. So that means that you feel very inferior about you. That means that you know that everything goes through the boss. And the boss is the white man in charge. And you have to accept that. And that is no supremacy. That is just a natural acceptance because you are not valuable. You are just on TikTok. You still have that air conditioning stuck to the wall in 2026 in the United States of America. All this trolling that you did of Africans and Caribbean people, you've not been able to rent an apartment in a place that has central air conditioning. And I don't know why you always stand in front of this bullshit to make videos. This is the same girl, Theo, that made a video about her dating experience in Ghana that was a lie. She's never been there. And now, with all the exposure and all the clips that she's made, moving around, getting viral clips, she's still not been able to live in a place that has central cooling and central heating. That air conditioning that is old school as fuck, bro. Come on, man. These are bottoms. These are bottoms. I've never seen an FBA enthusiast that is doing well. The only people that are doing well are the big creators who were already established before Tariq Nasheed started this bullshit. And the reason they moved on to that is because they are not creative. They cannot create content. They are not organic. I mean, look at O'Shea Duke Jackson. Can he create naturally? No, he cannot. He's not a creative. How many 1 million? You see, for you to know how good creatives are, on their community tab, there has to be at least one video that made 1 million views. O'Shea Duke Jackson has no video that made 1 million views with all the virality and the name recognition. But our friend Sheku, you guys don't know that. Our friend Sheku, doing the 3 years ago, has videos with multiple million views, 3 million, 2 million. The algorithm has changed, and I think his audience has shifted a little bit because he's not niche based. He does different content based on how he feels, and he doesn't do this for a living. So he didn't move with the trend. But that is what a creative is, somebody that can create organically. O'Shea Duke Jackson cannot create organically. That is why they move on every time to the next grift. All of them are, go back and look at all of them. Phil Scott, The Angry Man, O'Shea Duke Jackson, all these guys were Kevin Samuels boys, Red Pillars. Then they became Passport Bros, and now they're doing FBA content. All of them are doing the same thing. There's another guy, I think his name is something St. John. He claims he's a therapist. He came on trying to pretend like a Kevin Samuels, and the guy started liking him. Then boom, 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 boom. They gave him views. He was just repeating the same shit as a Kevin Samuels. Married a girl off Tinder just to prove like he's married. And now he's even selling FBA merchandise. They're all the same people. They're not talented. He starts to wear suits to make it look like he went to college and is a professional. You don't need to go to college to be a therapist. I know when you're dumb. I can tell, I can smell dumb. I know how to detect dumb. Okay. I'm your dumb detector. So when I watch a couple of his videos, oh, that's a dummy. He's a dummy. Okay, he's a dummy. I was like, these guys have not been impressive. They've not been impressive. Let's watch a little bit of this.
Status as indigenous blacks. So anyway, make sure you guys.
What do you mean indigenous blacks? You were not native here. Your asses were whooped and put on a ship, and you were brought here and you were enslaved. Then you went through cycles and cycles and cycles, and then you were set free. After you were set free, you were segregated from the white class. That segregation meant that you had less resources, high poverty rates, and bigger struggles. So in the 60s, fast forward, a group of blacks sought to engage with the whites to appropriate some of their assets, to grant access, to include you, to give you something. You are now reaping those benefits of what that was. But when you got that bit, you decided not to compete anymore. They sold you a lie that everything has to be given to you, because then in the 60s, it was given to you. So when the clock turned into capitalism, where you're supposed to go out there and work and compete, your families didn't tell you that this is the new time clock. The new time clock is that this is a free market and the best talent wins. But you kept sitting on your asses hoping that you can get crumbs. And with all these companies expanding and growing and competing globally, they needed more talent to fill the void. So they opened up immigration. Immigration is designed to plug in the holes with the best talent that they cannot find locally. If you guys are engineers, physicians, medics, surgeons, and you're not just rappers and rappers and dribblers, there will be no need for countries to seek talent overseas. So your fight shouldn't even be with the immigrant, unless you are competing with the low-class immigrants, because immigrants come in classes. Most of your low class, and I don't want to use the word low class, but I'm talking about sub $50,000 a year type wage jobs, are typically people that come from across the border without documentation. Those are people that come from Latin America into the United States, usually without visas. And those people will compete for low-tier jobs. But the class of immigrants we're talking about are people that are here on H-1Bs, EB-1, EB-2, EB-3, immigrants of extraordinary abilities. There's something called EB-5. You can Google it. That is immigrants that have at least $500,000 to $1 million ready to invest in America. So if you can plug all the holes of immigration, America will not need to seek people to replace you. Your problem is not with the immigrant. Your problem is your lack thereof to build the talent for today's workforce. If your community builds that talent, there will be no need to seek foreign talent, because it's actually very expensive, believe it or not, to seek talent from overseas because of the track they have to go through. The immigration process is not cheap. That's what y'all don't know. Okay? So maybe that should be your focus. I think I've had enough of this idiot. Let's see this one.
Short, ugly British African David Johnson that Hollywood has been short, ugly British African David Johnson
Okay.
that ugly
I wrote
British
this
African
back.
short, ugly.
I wrote this back so you guys hear it. This idiot says the man is short and ugly. I don't see an ugly man. I see a very handsome black man, young. At least he's not wrinkled up like me. And even if he's short, who cares about his height? Should your height determine your role? This is the difference between people that work on ability and people that work on aesthetics. The American ninja is more cautious about beauty. Men don't talk about beauty. Men are not supposed to be beautiful. I only heard that in America that men are supposed to be beautiful. In Africa, I see men with the biggest stomachs, no six-pack, with the finest bodies. I see Mexicans here in America on top of roofs, blue collar to the core, with the finest big booty Latina. Look at you with your silky face. You think you're handsome. He's not handsome. I mean, I can't really tell between men like that, but it's not like, I mean, this dude is not like some Idris Alba, right? It's like Vaseline oil face calling a black British man ugly and short. He has more money than you. He's more accomplished than you. And Wakanda is African and you are not, remember? So why do you have this apprehension? And somebody said in the comments, mind you, the story is set in a fictional place in Africa, and also the fact that there are Black American actors as main characters in Children and Blood and Bone, which was the Sierra Leone movie, had Black Americans in it. Why are you upset about something that has nothing to do with you? And what is this British African? I've never heard the word British African. That's when I knew that they are not exposed. British, that's it. In Britain, they don't classify you by your color. English is a white man. Scottish is a white man. Welsh is a white man. Irish is a white man. I'm educating these blacks because they don't know. The blacks, they don't know. But I lived in England for a little bit, so I know this stuff. But everybody else is British. So that's why you don't hear Indian British, African American like you guys have here, Black British. Occasionally, colloquially, they will say Black British, but I've never heard them say British African. Okay? The Brits, the blacks in Britain are a mixed bag. Some of them are from the Caribbean. Some are from Africa, recent migrants and old migrants because Britain was a colony. Some of them have intermarried between Caribbean people and Black Africans or Africans. And then there are some that were there through the same transatlantic slave trade that brought you here. So you are not really any different from the majority of Black people in Britain. The only difference between the blacks in Britain and the blacks here is their education system is pretty darn good. Those key stage education in Britain, really good. Colonial education, mwah, the best. So they understand the world and the globe. They teach them. And they are also very proud about their African identity, just like in the Caribbean. That is the difference between them and y'all. So maybe you guys need to go back to grandma and figure out a way to reconnect with the things that you're missing. Because here's the thing: the blacks in Britain are heavily married, they're heavily culturally based, little pockets of crime, but it's not as bad as here in North America. And they are very, very connected with their African roots. So they are very respected. There's Kemi in the British Parliament, and they have very good education, and they are as a proportion of black Brits that earn bachelor's degree as a proportion of their population compared to black Americans, it's a wide gap. It's like 2-1. This is why these black Brits are winning big roles in North America, because they are very educated. You don't have to teach them basics. They're very educated, they are very talented, and they are nice people. I've never had any issues dealing with them. Like I said, I spent some time in England. I used to go to England like almost 10 years in a row. I was going there literally every summer to work there. So I've made a lot of friends over the years in England. They are very beautiful people. Y'all are not like them. But let's listen to this crap and then I'll take your comments.
Short, ugly British African David Johnson that Hollywood has been trying to force on us for the past few years is going to be the new Black Panther. I hate this. Will not be watching it. Number one, because I am so tired of British Africans taking black roles in Hollywood. I am tired of it. There are so many beautiful, smart, intelligent, talented.
So they are British Africans, but you guys are not American Africans. They went there the same way your asses were brought here. Okay? But you want to call them British Africans, but you don't want to call yourself American Africans? You guys keep coining these terms like continental Africans. I'm going to play one of my good brothers. I love his content. But I'm glad that I'm making this, and maybe if I clip it, I don't know if it comes on stream, but I'll clip it when we get to the main channel. But they use terms like African hating FBA or anti-African FBA. That is not a good word. Anti-African FBA, that's not a good word. FBA is a fan club or a hate group formed by Tariq Nasheed. So the people that you are calling anti-African, non-anti or not anti-African FBAs, they typically identify as Black American or African American, which is what the world identifies them as. Whatever they say, that is what is on paper. They will have to take this up to Massa. But when you want to acknowledge the Tariq bullshit and carve out a group of them that you think are okay, no. Soon as you identify as FBA, you are the same. You're a piece of shit. That's because that means you haven't read. You don't understand your history. So I can't give you that. I can accept Black American and say, yeah, you're Black American, because nobody is competing with you for Black America. It's just you. I'm not Black American. I don't want to be. So I'm not competing with you for that name that you've already had all these years. And every quarter you change your names. I don't want to be part of this fuckery. I'm African. It's never changed. I don't have an inferiority complex. I'm African. It's never changed. There's no classification to it. The only classifications are exactly what part of Africa I come from. I come from the western part of Africa. And I have friends on the eastern part, the central, and the south. And I won't add the North Africans for obvious reasons. But it's very clear. There is no confusion. These people are confused. We don't have to be mixed up into their confusions. And I understand what my brother in England is trying to do here, but you're giving them too much grace. These people don't deserve it. They are confused. It's like, instead of giving a madman his medication, you keep tapping his back and saying he's not a madman. These are mad people. They are crazies. They are crazies. So don't say FBA, but then a part of them are not African hating, so you're gonna cut them some slack. Those people are called Black Americans, and it's only them. A Black American is an American that is born and raised in America to Black American parents that were also born and raised in America that trace their ancestry to through the transatlantic slave trade with no immigrant connections. If you're an immigrant, you're Ghanaian American, you're Colombian American, you're, what is the other one? Trinidadian American, Bahamian American, or whatever American you choose to be. But we don't ever say African American or Black American. That's y'all. That's you guys. It's very explainable. Nobody's trying to mix it up. So why do you need sub-classifications of something that is already established and it's on the books? Because you want to feel a certain kind of way on, like, oh, we've achieved delineation. How? The last time I looked at a job application, it still says Black or African American. I take that because I'm Black from Africa. And if it gives me the options to go sub, I'll put those subcategories. That's it. I'm not going to participate in your confusion. I'm sorry. I'm not part of that bullshit. Educate yourself. That is your own problem. I'm sorry you went to ghetto schools. I'm sorry that your parents didn't have the money to put up to a charter school or a private school to give you a much better education. And if you're not going to watch the movie, who cares? It's your own problem. I never watched any of those Wakanda movies, even when you guys did it. So I don't give a fuck. But you know what I'm going to do this time? I am going to watch it because our brother from Britain is going to do a good job. And I hope that all these other groups will watch it and all your stupid boycott is not going to work, because this is tethering to the max. This movie, it's about Africa and y'all are not Africans. Why are you even here? It's got nothing to do with you.
Black American actors and actresses who get stuck in Tyler Perry land in Tubi world, okay? While we somehow have to import Africans from over in, the UK and all of this stuff to come and take the A-list roles that are for Blacks in Hollywood.
To come and take are for, look at the terms they use. This is why they are at the bottom, because they think they're entitled. They think that these things have to be given to them. If they pick you, your glassy face, talking flamboyant like a gay, if they pick your ass to play this role and they lose money, who is going to make up that money? The people that pick these people don't pick just because you are from a certain part. They pick because they think you have the talent to play the role. So maybe your energy should be focused on why you don't have the talent. Because this is what you did in corporate America. You wanted to be given diversity, equity, and inclusion to be part of the pot, even when you didn't qualify. This is so common of you. You're always trying to be included without effort. You don't want to go to college and do the work to become a professor. You want to be appointed a professor. That is exactly what is playing out. Movies are not charity. Movies are a business. So from your own words, you understand that Tyler Perry movies are bullshit, which means you don't know how to do it. So why are you going around the world saying that you guys built stuff and you guys know how to do stuff? Well, from what you're saying is an admission that you know that you are inferior when it comes to the creative arts. And so far, the few times that the Brits have come in to do this, they've done amazingly better than your people, especially this generation. The last generation was good. Denzel Washington, Samuel L. Jackson, they were great. But this new generation, overly entitled, unskilled, and now even the basketball that you used to have, it's not going too well. All right. Now let me take your comments. Jada says, nobody puts baby in a corner. Love from Sierra Leone. Let's see how far back I am. Let me see far back. Damn, I've been talking for 1 hour. Apparently, there's 64 in the house. Shout out to 64 people. Nana is on Hinge. Apparently, they struggle to pronounce Nana, but are fluent in pronouncing Wakanda. I know, right? Nana, 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 like they're taking a shit. They pronounce it like they're taking a shit. Nana, Nana. Nana is on Hinge. Let's go. Tyler Perry is yeah. So they know Tyler Perry movie is shit. Oh, I've seen that Elodie on TikTok has been meeting them at their level of crazy. Yes, yes. This is how you have to do it. Eventually, they're gonna back down. Okay. I know the blacks. I know the blacks. I love the blacks. The blacks. The blacks are my favorite people because they never cease to give you content. Okay, they are very entertaining. You know what I've always said? The blacks are entertainers, right? So you can't live your life without the blacks. Even if they act crazy, you still have to love them. So I love the blacks. Okay, I love the blacks, but once in a while, I just need to set them straight. I just need to let them know what they don't know. If you don't know, now you know. You guys know that lyric? If you don't know, now you know. So once in a while, I just come on YouTube to let them know that if they don't know, now they know. Okay. But that's the thing, man. The blacks, they need constant education. They need constant education, right? And that's what we're here for, right? I came to America to save the blacks because, I think God really spoke to my heart and said, go out there and help your people. This is why they need to stay on our YouTube channel, because over here, it might be difficult to listen, but this is the first time an African came to the Americas to get their brothers, right? Because they always say, "Oh, no one came here to get you." Well, we didn't have boats. We couldn't build boats. We didn't have airplanes. But now that we have airplanes and boats, they sent that's me over here to help you put your families together, to help you focus on work and careers and what is important, and to correct a few wrongs, even though sometimes it comes across a little bit off. I know I'm a little bit controversial, but I'm a nice guy. I like the blacks. I like the blacks. Even though they are confused, they're still my people, right? I don't hate them. I like them. And but my delivery is a little bit harsh. Eventually, they're gonna learn. It's gonna still be nice. All right, it'll be nice. 1.3 trillion spending power. That's all EBT, man. 80% of that is EBT. That's your own tax money. I call it secular income. It comes from the immigrants and the whites and every group of Asians working hard. And then they take a little percentage and they send it right back to them. Give it to the single mom to do bullshit with it, right? We know the trick. We know what is going on over here, man. We can see it, man. You know, we're just here. We're just here to help our people. Jada says, oh, okay, this is a reply. I usually don't like to take the replies, but I did read that. It says, and what has Black Americans built with that 1.5 trillion spending power? Well, you saw Jackson, Mississippi, and Shreveport, Louisiana, right? Occasionally, I do those videos to remind people that you can be Black on YouTube, hating Black immigrants living in Los Angeles, but sometimes you forget that most of your lineage, right, the ancestry they talk about, still lives in Mississippi, in places like Laurel, Jackson, which I have been, Hattiesburg. You see, people don't know how extensively I've traveled America. I've been to a place called Hattiesburg, Mississippi. They don't know it exists. I've been to Jackson, Mississippi. They don't know it exists. Many times I've been to Jackson, Mississippi. I've been to Nantucket. you know, I've been to Alexandria, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Shreveport, New Orleans. I've been to all those places. Tulsa. I've been all over America. I've been all over Montana, North Dakota, the reservations. I'm a traveler, man. I travel like crazy. I've been everywhere, man. Little Rock, Arkansas. I've been everywhere, bro. The only places I haven't really hit is Maine, New Hampshire, like mostly Northeast. But when it comes to the middle, all the way to the west, Idaho, Washington State, Oregon, California, Arizona, work your way through the middle, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South and North Dakota, Minnesota. I've been to all those places, man. Even towns, I can tell you specific towns and what goes on in there. And I'm like a disciple. I'm here to save my people. I'm here to save my people. Okay, I come here and black vote was Nana is slow and funny. Yeah, I don't think I'm slow. I salute to Miss Grace. Much love from Miss Grace. Much love from Miss Grace. All right. Black vote says I feel like an African American bullied Nana. No, 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 no. Nobody can bully me. I mean, look at my personality. Can anybody bully me? No, I do the bullying. Can anybody bully me? No, I didn't come here that young. I came straight to graduate school. I'd already graduated college before I came to the US. So I really never came into contact with a lot of black people till I started working. Um, when I worked at Halliburton, then I went to Palmco. Then I also went to Liberty Oil and Gas. Then when I left the oil and gas industry, I went into tech and I never saw black people again. Right. So I came into a little bit of contact, but the black folks that I met were nice. I'll be honest. Right. Some of them are my friends on YouTube. Actually, some of them watch my YouTube channel. They were nice. They were nice, but they were mostly from the South. The best blacks are from the South. They're usually from Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. That's where you find the best blacks. But these crazies in California and on the East Coast, oh no, they are lost and gone, man. Those ones they are crazy, man. They are crazy. They are crazy. When they go up East Coast, they are crazy. They are the crazy. Sheku is Sheku here? W Sheku. I love Sheku's content, man. I love Sheku. What I like about Sheku's content is he doesn't script. I like when creators don't script because eventually you're gonna get better. If you don't script, your first 200 videos are gonna be bad. But after 200 videos, your speech is gonna get better. And with time, you're gonna be very good. You really be good at this. So I think it's best to maybe be yourself, be authentic like this. This is not scripted. I just have bullet points of what I want to cover, and I just go with the flow, right? And I think that is much better. It's much entertaining. Every major streamer will tell you the same thing. I think it works better when you are very authentic and you present what it is, you know? Yeah, I agree with you. I think the movie is kind of stupid because there are no Black Panthers in Africa. Because the word Black Panther is kind of an African American thing that was here, like a Black Panther movement. But I also think where they drew inspiration from the two blacks. That, okay, if you're going to build a fictional advanced African nation, it's not going to be in America. It's going to be, of course, where the black people really came from, which is Africa. And maybe it's going to be inspired by the blacks in the West because of their history of protest and fighting, right? But because of the current discourse, these people have removed that bridge and made it look like picking an African to play a role of a fictional city that is going to be on the African continent is bad because they didn't pick an FBA. But you are not Africans, you are Indians. You should be playing in a Cherokee movie. Waikiki, Cherokee, right? You should be playing in Cherokee, Waikiki, stuff like that. What has that got to do with Africa? And this is the confusion now, right? But we are here to enjoy their confusion. We are here to enjoy their confusion. Let me get into most of the comments. Oh, somebody says the dude is gay. Yeah, he talks flowery. He has a little bit of he talks a little bit of flowers, which is another thing. Oh, he is gay, by the way. Not joking. Yeah, I could tell. Like, you see, this is why they need to return to the roots, because this behavior, this gayism, it doesn't, even in Africa. Yes, there's a few elements of it, but it's frowned upon. And we have laws against that bullshit. So we don't invite that shit over to the motherland, right? So these people can reconnect with Africa so that they can remove the gay spirit from their men. Because these men, this is why the women can't find husbands, right? The women cannot find husbands because all the boys are competing for husbands with the women. How can you build a flourishing FBA society when you're competing for husbands? It doesn't make sense to me, man. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, I think I missed a comment here. Jada again says, Nana, a Tone called you. No, he didn't call me gay. Tone is my dude. Tone is talking about the FBA guy on the FBA guy on the screen, the guy you can see. He's a little bit on the shaky side. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you misinterpreted him. Tones is talking about this dude. He is actually gay in real life. Salute to Kobe. Thanos, Kobe is in the house. Kobe is in the house. They say we want to be them. I mean, how can we be them if they are trying to be Wakanda? This is what I don't understand. You know, like how can you be so sensitive about Wakanda? Which, I mean, the name should give it, right? It's not like a movie called Johnson. The movie is called Wakanda. So why are you having problems? This is what I don't understand, right? This should have never been a problem. You see, this is why I say these people are too sensitive. And the sensitivity comes from the fact that they are raised solely by their mothers in the struggle. It's not like their mothers are chilling and raising them. It's one thing, it's nice to be raised by a mom, but your mom has to be chilling because the dad is working and bringing money home. This one is they are raised by moms in a struggle, which means they have to be dumped off at some nursing, what do you call it? Some relatives, abusive uncles, and then the mom goes off to work and hustle, comes home, doesn't give them good food to eat, and just like that, they just wing it. They just wing it. And then they grow up and they're all confused. And we are dealing with the product of the crack epidemic and a bunch of confused babies. This is why I want Africans to exercise a little bit of restraint on the blacks. Please. Okay. We come here and we joke and we laugh about this, but please exercise a little bit of restraint on the blacks because they are really, really in what I call distress, right? They are in a position of life right now where a Somali refugee that just escaped famine is in a much better psychological position than them. The Somali kid may not have food, but will have his morals and his intellect intact. These people have everything in abundance, but their software is messed up. And you have to sometimes exercise a little bit of restraint, okay? You have to understand that it's like arguing with a madman. These people are confused, you know? No, you guys, I think I've addressed this before. Somebody says, Nana, you wouldn't even be in America if it wasn't for blood, sweat. There was no blood. You're referring to the Civil Rights Act. The Civil Rights Act was a peaceful protest endorsed by 5 black people in Congress and over 200 white people. So it was actually an alley-oop by Massa. See, most of what you hold on to is actually done by the white man. The white man looking back and saying, no, this is not fair. Let's just give them something. And that decision is usually influenced by a higher power, God. So you guys believe that man does something for man. I believe that God does things for man. So you are begging Massa, which is another man, yet you are the same person screaming white supremacy. I don't believe in white supremacy. I believe the supreme person is the man upstairs, which is God. and I'm equal with a white person. This is why when I go to work, I want to prove my worth. I don't want to be given a job because of diversity. I just want to end that job because I've trained and worked for it. This is the mindset that I want to instill in the American black. Before I leave YouTube, I want the American black to learn this because this is not taught at home. Daddy is not around to say these things. I'm at the age where I can be a lot of people's daddies. I'm 42 years old. So all these YNs can be tuning in and learning from me because daddy's not around. This is why I take this YouTube stuff very seriously. Because some YN dude is listening to things that they never knew. Sometimes they're a little bit offensive, but for the most part, I give some good information here. Let's just be honest. I give some good information here. Yeah, I give some good information. But no, these people didn't do much. They just march for Massa to give them something. And that's good. That's good. Jenna said, "Oh Nana, don't read my chats tonight. I'm at work running on 2 hours of sleep in between 12-hour shifts. I'm out here sounding like FB gays, ignorant." All right, okay. No, you're good. I think it was sometimes you. Akinyi saying Akon was building a Wakanda city in Senegal and stuff. Yeah, Akon is Sheko is awesome. I agree. Sheko is awesome. No, Akon is a crazy one, man. That dude is just messed up, man. I don't know. He's like Godfrey, right? He moved with them a little bit, and now he's all confused. I've never told people this on stream before. You guys know Vic Mensa? Do you guys know Vic Mensa? Let me know in the chat if you guys know Vic Mensa. Vic. People don't know this, but I'm going to say this on stream today, right? I don't have his number, but I'm going to say this on stream today. So Vic Mensa, my mom is upstairs. I don't want to wake her up, but one of these days I'll bring my mom on stream and she'll confirm this, okay? So Vic Mensa's dad is my mom's cousin. In Africa, we call them sisters, right? And Vic Mensa's uncle is a guy, if you can look him up, is called, I'll put it in the chat. He's called Okuku Seku, and if you ever want to listen to any of his song, he's still alive, okay? It's called the Okuku Seku International Band. He's one of the initial high life musicians in Ghana. So Vic Mensa comes from a family of musicians, okay? So grandpa, who is still alive today, I think is 86 years old, Okuku Seku, is Vic Mensa's dad's elder brother. Vic Mensa's dad is called Professor Kwaku Mensa. So his dad is a professor at the University of Illinois at Chicago, Illinois. And Vic Mensa's dad paid for my admission fee because they didn't accept credit cards from Africa when I was coming to the US. So Vic's dad paid for my admission to Illinois State University. And that's why I went to Illinois, because they've always lived in the Chicago area. Okay. So he knows me. We are family. I've seen him a few times when he came to Ghana when he was much younger. And we kind of share the same grandpa. Okay. And the dad, Kwaku Mensa, the mom is white. The dad is still a professor. I think he's about to retire, or he's retired already, which I have the dad's number, but I don't have Vic's number, right? I have the dad's number. I don't have Vic's number. But that's how I'm related to Vic Mensa. So I am actually closely related. We are from the same town in Ghana called Asokore, but my dad is from Oboko, which I showed you the last time, okay? So that's how I'm related to Vic Mensa. But Vic Mensa did some video about the whole. I brought him up because I saw him make a video trying to teach these people where they're from, right? But they're calling him a Teda, even though his mama is American, right? Yeah, his mama is American, but they're calling him a Teda, man. Anyway, it's late, but I want to give 10 more minutes to the stream. I want to cover this quick topic of KF. KF did a video talking about. I need to do a full stream for that one, but I just want to play a few clips of that for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna wrap it up. And over here is Kung Fu Fanta. What you're gonna see on this is that Kung Fu, whose video is doing well.
Right. And this is going to be the beginning. I'm not going to make a series of O'Shea reactions. What I'm going to do is make some O'Shea reaction videos based on the reason why he came to Africa. The real reason why O'Shea Duke Jackson is in Africa. It's for selfish reasons. It's not for good reasons. You can say all the good things you want about O'Shea, about a few things that he has done, but the things that he has done bad is far outweighs what he's done good. He's done very little good. He's a cancer in Africa, and I regret ever helping him. I regret. So in this video, it's mainly going to be about me. So this interview, he has a lot of questions he's going to be asking me. So we're gonna do a deep dive, and I really have to go through this. This is like an hour and 42-minute interview, and I have to go through some of it because at this time StreamYard didn't exist. This was Google Hangouts, and Google Hangouts had a lot of bad audio issues, especially with the guest, more so than the host. So you'll hear me cutting out a few times. And I'll try to remember some of the stuff. Some of the stuff is obvious, but I'll try to remember some of the things that I missed out. If it doesn't make sense already, some things I'll just skip because it's going to make sense what I said, even though you don't hear it. Okay. We got a few more people. We got Politics is in the house. Let me try to get you on the screen here. What is that? Oh, okay. I'm actually in the wrong screen myself. Hold on one moment. All right. Thank you for being in. I also reveal to you what audio is going to cut out. This was Google Hangouts.
Well, basically, it takes a little while to set up your profile. They have about 10 steps that you have to go through. I mean, you really can't go through with your profile without a photo anymore, because I kind of checked it out today to see what's changed.
So this part is where I think O'Shea is asking about like dating women and how to set up profiles, because back then they didn't have these Tinders, or maybe they did, but they didn't. It wasn't. I think they were using chat rooms or maybe specific websites that were for dating. But KF was more interested in finding a wife. O'Shea, throughout his conversations, his interest was the trick that I think KF didn't know that about him yet. He did find out eventually if you go through the stream. But he didn't know that about O'Shea. He thought O'Shea actually had real good intentions. And he also probably thought O'Shea was just providing a platform to provide information to Black Americans looking for relationships. Because remember, this was just the beginning of the whole gender wars. This is when these guys were looking for options around dating Keishas, because with Keishas, you had to take a woman with 5 kids. There were no options. There were no, I only got 1 kid, I got no kid. Nah, 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 nah. They all had kids. They all have kids. You had to deal with it. You could take it or leave it. And even on top of that, you had to be paying $500 to go on a date. They'll be arrogant. They'll talk to you like crap, not treat you right. So the men started fleeing. And this is what I don't understand. Why should we culturally build a society in Africa and in Latin America of respectable men and women, culturally based, and then they destroy theirs? Because your woman is your culture. Our woman is our culture. Why have they destroyed theirs? And they want a pass at yours that you've held on fundamentally with a good base of culture and family. This is what they don't understand. They think about this more casually. Oh, yeah, we can go over there and date whatever we want. And no, 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 no. You can't do what you want. You can do what you want in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You can do what you want in Southside Chicago. You can do what you want in Miami, Florida. But when you come to Nairobi, Kenya, you're coming into a culture. You have to do what that culture demands. And if you don't fit in, go on back home. And if you try to fight that, the men there are going to fight you, because we understand our role is to protect our women. And even though, yes, we understand we have some poverty, we have some women that are vulnerable, and those are typically the women you target, because I have never seen you guys date high class women over there. I don't see you guys dating doctors and lawyers and, girls that have regular jobs that are working maybe at the mall. No, 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 no. It's typically the women that are not doing much with their lives or are struggling. And you take advantage of them, you abuse them, and then you put them on film and put them on camera and you monetize off of them. And now you don't understand why we are trying to protect those groups, because at the end of the day, they are still our sisters. This is the African mind at play. They will always be our sisters. And there's no argument. I don't need to explain that to you. If you don't understand it, that's your only problem. But if you keep disrespecting it, and if you keep pushing the needle to a level where it's not acceptable, these men are going to rebel, and sometimes it will not end well. And you'd be surprised, yes, it won't end well over a woman, because we believe as men of Africa, we are warriors. We need to protect our women. So maybe you can take a lesson from us and protect your own women instead of going on an all-out war with them, disrespecting them on the internet. Have you ever heard of gender wars generating from black men of Africa and black women of Africa, or black men of the Caribbean and black women of the Caribbean, or black men of Latin America and black women of Latin America? No, y'all are the only ones that do it. And no, don't tell me like I think that, oh, because we are in the spotlight. No, we have internet too, and you don't hear it. There's people on this chat that are listening to me from Nairobi, Kenya. If it was there, y'all would have heard it. The underlying factor here is the black American man. You are very toxic. You are powerless. You lack control. You don't know how to lead. And because you don't know how to lead, your women don't respect you. And your culture is all loose. You got to put it together. You got to compact. You got to fix it. Don't be running away to other people's cultures with the same bullshit that you've used to pollute your women and think that these people are going to accept it. It's not going to happen. This is how I know the test of culture is just right there at play. We can see it. If it's that great, you guys will be marrying your women, not 70% of women that are single and not married. You have a population which Tariq Nasheed is trying to grow into a powerhouse. Yet, 70% of women are unmarried. How is that going to work? And only a few group of your men are populating with these same women. It's like maybe 3 guys creating children with 20 women. And the rest are just sitting at home, no action. That is not going to work. So you got a lot of problems on your hands. We are not your problem. Y'all got a lot of problems. And now the women are trying to come on your side because your common enemy is the African. Well, the common enemy is your African because you're frustrated. The Africans are married, even if we don't have food and we are not rich. We are married and we are raising children. We are doing things right. Most of you are scared to even get married and raise your children. When you give birth, you run away from the children. You're deadbeats for the most part. So why are we even having wars? I mean, like, that is a basic. These men can't even do what is very basic for the average African man. Raising children for us is very basic. It's hard work, but it's very basic. Y'all flee away. Y'all flee from this stuff, bro. You don't even raise your kids, man. And I don't say this to denigrate you. It really hurts me. Like, how can you give birth, look at your child's face, and leave and never show up for 10 years, 15 years. Doesn't make sense at all. You need to fix that software, man. That software is a problem.
But you got to set up basically what you're looking for are men.
Let's kind of go from the first chick you met, where she was from, and why it didn't work out with those ladies. That way, the reason we want to do this is because we want to give adding the fuel to the fire for the other guests. And once again, Gilla, I know what that's for, man. Appreciate you, Gilla, for the super chat of $25, man. I appreciate you, bro. But so let's do that if we can, JPV.
Sure, I'll start off with the women that I spoke to as far as the countries, because I had to make sure they're English speaking, was Liberia, Ghana, Nigeria.
I'll skip this part. I want to hear the part where he started to take notes.
It was with these two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, so I kind of want to work a little bit backwards here, because I know that we have the final two and then the end story. Let's talk about some of the other connections that you made in Zambia, that you made in other parts. And once again, shout out Geo Scholar.
Because all this side is still about women. So I want to skip the part where he starts to get to the part where he starts to take notes.
Oh, yeah, she looked everything like her photos.
Go furthest or go far.
Okay, well, I got the exchange rate up right now. So as of today, the Kenyan shilling is 103.40 shillings to the dollar. So you can basically say that's $1.03 against the dollar. So let's check Uganda. Okay, the Ugandan shilling is 3,604, which is basically $36 to the US dollar.
Okay, so Nana, I've told you many months ago, I was the one that gave him the price exchange rate at this time. So it was actually, I was saying over the phone that I'll look it up for him, but I was actually looking it up for him in this particular interview. So this is one of the main reasons why he chose Uganda, is because of that exchange rate right there. So if anybody ever wondered why he chose Uganda out of the three, that's the reason why.
Yep, this is where I want to end it with. He chose this because of the money, right? He chose this because it was much cheaper to go over there. And now he's turning around, making it look like that he's there on some Pan-African mission to save us. And no, O'Shea is a horrible person. I know it's pretty late. I'm going to wrap it up right now. I know I was going to do 2 hours for this stream. I'll be back tomorrow. No, our nations are not destroyed. That, like I said, that is the fallacy that exists. I Show Speed went to Africa and showed you Africa, but you guys still can't change your mentality. I can't help you. This is 2026. There's Google out there, okay? The man went there and showed you Africa. And you're still, the last time I showed you then, right? The last time I showed you Mississippi. How come you guys don't say Mississippi, where most of you originated from? Okay? This is what we are today. This is our cities today. Built by us.
This is what you can get with $1 on the streets of Nairobi, Kenya.
$1 is worth about 130 shilling at current rates. The first thing we're getting is mandazi and tea, the classic Kenyan breakfast. Mandazi is basically fried dough, and I got 2 for 20 shilling. The tea is masala.
So yeah, even if these classified developing countries, we grow our own food. We got food. Most people eat a full meal a day. Yes, there is poverty, but not everybody is poor. And those rates are going down by the day. It's just what you've been fed. But the people that have traveled there will tell you exactly this. It's why is O'Shea living there? These are our cities. These are our cities. People are moving around, living their lives. Only less than 1% of people live abroad. Like I said, I've said this, right? I'm here because I'm an SAP engineer. And if the Americans don't have me, my job will never go to a Black American. It'll go to an Indian from Southeast Asia. It'll go to an Indian from Southeast Asia because they've built the skill for those companies. Elon Musk is not here. He's South African. He's not here because he couldn't build what he built in Africa. He could have built that. But the companies here found that he has the talent, so they'll compete for the best. America is the spot for the best. This is why y'all lost that movie to the Brits, because the Brit is the best person to play the role. It's a global village now. When you're going to college, you're not just going to college for your local market. You're going to college for a global market. This is what Black Americans have never understood. This is why they are struggling. We knew in high school that the University of Ghana is good. The University of Makerere is good. University of Johannesburg is good. University of Cape Town is good. University of Witwatersrand is good. University of Cairo is good. But Harvard is better. Illinois is better. Cambridge is better. So the goal of the African child is to find a scholarship to go where it's better. I came to America to a graduate school of math that was one of the best math departments in the Midwest. It wasn't a Harvard, but it was good enough. It was better than all the other options that I had. And I took that opportunity because I was thinking, even at 18, I was thinking of competing at the global stage. What are your people doing at 18? Let me tell you. Let me show you what your boys are doing. Just to give you an idea how these things work. Because this is what you always, oh, you flip. No. I left because I was invited. It's a big difference. Sometimes you get invited. You get invited because you've built the skill and the talent. Okay? When you've built skill and talent, you will excel anywhere you go. Okay? You build skill and talent, you will excel everywhere you go. Let me show you something before we wrap this up. Let me show you something. What your citizens are spending their life on. And this is shared by your own citizen, by the way. Let's see.
Stopping at no lights. My BG's told big bitches won't fight. The ones that put it in your hands. That's the type of bitch I like. Me and Fix throwing off. She got this dick in her mind. Proceed with caution. I will bust. You think I'm capping? You can try. Me and nigga put a kid behind this 12. He won't die. I can tell the same thing in my face. Oh, you know, giving up for the car here. With the poke, you was not trying to bust. I just boogie down they clock, watch my ops all right. If I hit the apple buster, then I might just tuck. My pocket's getting low, so I cannot fuck. I'm from 512 Crip, but it's BG what I rap. I got a mirror on my ass. Every time I step, hit the Cortez with the Crips. Got some BG for the light it up. Throwing all the ass and close friends, you know I'm sliding up. Picky when I fuck, so every time she trying to run, she get smart up on the skid. But my trigger finger dumb.
Bees everywhere.
Yeah, really hate these girls. Bees everywhere. Yeah, nachos. Yeah.
Fuck all skates, man. Long live Doughboy though. Head home.
Long live T-Funk. Long live Six. Long live Doughboy. Long live Lil Dope. Boy,
BG everywhere. BG everywhere.
It's a whole lot of BG. To the F, to the A, to the B. No.
So, if you look at something like this, how many of these are going to be SAP engineers? How many of these are going to be medical doctors? How many of these are going to hold functional jobs? How many of these are going to hold functional jobs that build societies? Right? What do you mean Africans have no talent? Have you been to a doctor's office? Have you been to Grady's in Atlanta, biggest hospitals in the country? All the doctors are foreign born, not just Africans. All of them are foreign born. All. I'm not saying some, all. Because I've seen it. I visited a dude in Grady's in Atlanta, and everybody, including nurses. Look at all these people. If I go to my high school today, our kids are not doing this bullshit. That is talent. There are doctors and lawyers in this bullshit. And this is a small subset. It's majority like this. So it's not like I picked out a little bit of your mentality, your group, and say, oh, it's just a little group. No. This is a majority of your children. This is a majority. I'm not saying like a little small group. Sometimes you have little outliers. I call them outliers, where somebody's like a little outlier. This is a majority of your youth standing at gas stations, sagging their pants, smoking weed, not reading. That brain is toast. What are they going to do? In contrast, if you go to a place, there was a student exchange in Ghana where Ghanaians are inviting other Africans to come and do a high school exchange, So I think it's called Zambian Student in Ghana. I'm typing with one hand, so bear with me. And this is guy, Lomi. And he went to a high school.
Coming in from Zambia, Lusaka, I will inherit your culture. I will inherit your habits. Please treat me as one of your own.
My brother, by 4:30 you are up. By 5 o'clock you are ready. 5:30 you move up. 6:30 you are going to have morning devotion. Once you are here, all the rules, you are going to obey them. You understand?
So this is Infantipim School in Cape Coast in Ghana. And the YouTube channel is called High Schools Africa. I encourage Black Americans to subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's run by a dude called Goshes, who has almost about close to 1 million followers on YouTube. And he invites high school students from other parts of Africa on a small exchange program to Ghanaian high schools. And then we send students to other African countries to experience their high school culture. And what you universally hear when you watch some of these videos is how organized these kids are, how well behaved they are. And this is the consensus for kids that go to school in Africa. This is what they're doing. This is why when these people pick schools, there's a lot of students from Infantipim that came to MIT, that came to Harvard. I was in class with people that went to MIT. When they come to America, they excel because they are very much ahead in thinking compared to your dudes that are rapping, hoping to be a 1%er that usually doesn't work. They end up in jail, okay? So you are culturally deficit, and you have to admit it. There is no comparison. I understand when some things are compared, right? But even in the US, there's not a lot of ghettos that look like this. I mean, come on, man. You're sitting on the work that has been done by white people. You are not a capable group. Because if you were capable, I showed you Jackson, they can't even cut the grass. Okay? They can't cut the grass. And when you go to watch these videos, you're going to understand why we are culturally well-based and well-behaved. You see, he said the kids wake up at 4:30 in the morning. That's when they get up. It's a boarding school just for the high school straight, the 3 years of high school. So they wake up in the morning, is disciplinary regime. They wake up, they have chores, they have structure, then they have school and school activities, and they are studying, and they have goals to pass exams, and they dream big. They want to be programmers, doctors, lawyers. That's what our kids dream of when they are growing up. Even the poorest of kids. In my hometown, where people were not so rich, I mean, my dad had money, but we had neighbors that didn't. And last year, or this year, earlier this year, in May, one of the boys from my village, the mom sold food on the roadside, got a master's degree in mathematics at the University of Texas in El Paso because he worked hard. He didn't have much, but he worked hard. El Paso gave him a scholarship to fly here and get that degree. If you guys work hard, there will be no need for these universities to even invite people to help them with research. I was helping with research for 2 straight years. And I thought I've done more for your community than your ancestors did for me because I physically did it. You guys are talking about we wars. I did. I taught over 1,000 students. Some are black, not all black, mostly white and Asians, but some are black. My black students were the worst. But I taught these many students in exchange for a graduate assistantship so I can earn a degree. If you all are capable and you fill up all these universities, they won't be so empty and needy to bring other people in. Okay, so I think I'm gonna play this video so you learn. There's something called
Zambians,
prep.
I'm sorry for bringing this up. I think another thing I have to compliment about your school. Yes. Ooh, I love the way your lights come on. I was walking by and I noticed you guys were having a sort of integration of some sort that I don't normally see, like especially in my country. And I wanted to know what's happening here. No. It's locked in at 18 hours. I'm sorry. I know.
Okay, I understand 18 hours, 6 o'clock to
6.
9.
This whole thing you're seeing is a high school in Ghana. It's called Infantapim. You can look it up. All of this is a high school in Ghana. All of it. It's like a whole town by itself. Most of our high schools are that big. We take our education very seriously. I don't know what your media told you about us, but some of the best K through 12 education in the world is in sub-Saharan Africa. Some of the best education from kindergarten through 12th grade is there. We fall short when it comes to university education and postgraduate studies. When research and facilities and advanced equipment comes in, that's when we tend to fall short. But the K through 12 part, oh, no. We can rock with the best of them. If you go look at SAT scores, international SAT scores, some of the highest scoring students have come from sub-Saharan Africa and Asia. It's the Asians first, and it's the sub-Saharan Africans second. Europeans third. Black Americans are not on the list. You're not even there at all. Spots, little spots. So you've been lied to. You don't know about us. They've just showed you 80s and 90s poverty images for you to think that this is what is on the ground. That's not what is on the ground. The men and women that are very focused in Africa they do have access to opportunity just as much as you guys have, because there's always a high bidder. If you're talented enough anywhere of the globe, your movies have shown you that because you just lost one to the Brits. If you're talented enough anywhere on the globe, the companies will look for you. We are hiring people in the Philippines right now. That's where most of our jobs are going to. They're not coming to the ghettos. They're not coming to the hood. White people have moved on from y'all. They know you're not talented enough. So in tech, we've been sending our jobs to India and the Philippines. Very soon, you will have no opportunities left because you don't know how to create your own. You've always depended on massa, and that dependency is coming to a halt. And now you're being exposed. That exposure is why you hate the immigrants. Anyway, let me wrap this up. It's late. I got to get to bed. You all have a great night. Let's see. Let's dance this out and let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No, America wants me here because you know what? I'm an American citizen and I'm a much productive citizen than you. You want to see my passport? I'll show it to you. I am a US citizen. Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you before we wrap this up. So that you know, right? I think I even have more passports than you. This is my old passport. It's expired. Okay. And before it expired, if you look, all my pages have filled up. All the pages were used up. All of it used up. Stamps everywhere. I've traveled to 52 countries. This one expired. That means I've had it for over 10 years. This is the new American passport. I'm a citizen of this country. Okay? It means something. It does mean something. It means something. It means you can do shit. Okay? It's not just given, it's earned. You are just born here and you've done shit with it. You see this? These are my 2 American passports. One expired, one renewed. Brand new. Brand new. Brand new. 54 countries. And this is my beautiful African passport that just came in the mail last week. Brand new. Brand new. At least I have 2. I'm African and I'm proud of it. ECOWAS, I have access to West Africa, East Africa, and nowadays Southern Africa. Free access. Okay? So these are all 3 passports. You know what is beautiful? My kids have 2 passports each. My kids have Zambian passport, American passport, and Ghanaian passports. 3. They can travel literally the entire world. Okay? And they are more exposed and more educated. My son can read more than the average Black American. My son does. I can put him to test. I have videos of him reading. He can read than the average Black American, and he's only 9 years old. Okay. All right. So you can't be telling me that I'm not American enough. Massa says that I'm American. I have the same vote as you do. I can vote you out of power. That is why I put your politicians in the drain. Okay. So you may not like it, and I know it hurts, but you can even come to Ghana and become a citizen. Okay. This is home. I'm home. I bought a house here, $1 million. Okay. I bought a house here, $1 million, 900 and something, close to $1 million. Okay. I bought it. It's my own money. I bought a house here. I'm home. I don't live in the hood. I live with the whites and the Asians. Okay. I don't live with you, motherfuckers. I live with the whites and the Asians. I'm American. You may not like it, but I don't give a fuck. You can ask Massa. I'm American. I'm American. I don't drive Uber. I'm an SAP expert. I live in $1 million home. You can pay to live in prosper if you live in the hood. I live better than 99.9% of your population. 99.9%. Almost all of you. I live better than all of you except for your athletes and your dribblers. Okay, your dribblers and your musicians who go broke because they buy expensive shit. I'm frugal. Okay, I'm frugal. This is my passport. I'm American. I'm home. Whether you like it or not. Massa says I'm home. I am home. Okay? So maybe you may or may not like it. It's your own fucking problem. But when I travel the world, I'm a Ghanaian American. This is my Ghanaian ECOWAS, and these are my American. And you can't do shit about it because you have no power. And Uber is a job. I respect the guys that drive Uber. They're working. Your folks don't even work. You live on benefits. Your folks don't even fucking work, man. They live on benefits. I am an American. American. I pay over $95,000 a year in taxes so that Shaniqua can get some food on the table. I feed your community. I feed the blacks. I feed the blacks. You guys just shut up Seattle, okay? People go to Seattle to have a good time by the Space Needle. Your YNs just went up there and shot them. You should be ashamed of yourself. What are you doing? Why are you so much of a destructive culture? That's too much. That is too much, man. That is too much. I am home. Immigrants, when they tell you go home, you are home according to Massa. Okay? You are home. They're over here crying about some kid drowning and blaming white people for it because the kid drowned and he has some wise friends. They send their Ben Crump that can read. Is there any black folk that can read in this country now? You send Ben Crump to cry and you always want to make money from shit. I'm American. I came here to, for any 10 of you that are in jail, I've replaced you. So all your uncles in jail, I'm here to replace you. That's why Massa gave me this book. Massa gave it to me. I'm full American, whether you like it or not. I'm full American. I cannot be deported. I am full American. Because you know what? The US government loves me. I cannot be deported because I live by the rules. I have no criminal record. I don't even have a speeding ticket. How law abiding can it be? Nana has no speeding ticket. You guys know I've never had a speeding ticket. I've never had a ticket. I've never even had a ticket in 20 years. Not even a single ticket. I have not had a single ticket in 20 years. Clean straight. No criminal record. Not even a speeding ticket. I'm a professional. I work in corporate America with the best minds. Like I work with the best minds, the smartest people, you know, the best minds. Right here. This is my Ghanaian. This is my American. And this American one has been expired. That means I've had it for over 10 years. I've been American more than some of your babies. Okay? I've been an American longer than some of your babies. I'm American. Hey, you have a problem with that? Go and tell Massa. Massa is the arbiter. Massa is in charge. Massa rules. You can't be sitting here with your minority ass jailed up to the core. You have no rights. They keep shooting your asses down. They keep shooting your fucking asses down, dropping you off like dogs, and then you come here and act tough on YouTube like you're somebody. You're nothing, man. You're nothing. Everybody's doing better than your community. Everybody. You can take a donkey from the Middle East, put them in America, and within 5 years, they'll do better than most black Americans. Because you're not doing anything. I showed you what your kids are doing. You know, I showed you what your kids are doing. You're not doing much. You all need to learn from us. Get you a black immigrant friend and learn some shit, bro. Because you're not special. Y'all are pathetic, man. I want to be sometimes nice, but I cannot be nice to these people. Because this is the only way they can learn. You know, this is the only way they can learn. You can raise your kids. I mean, the easiest thing is to raise children. It's so easy. At least do that first. See, before we have a conversation, learn how to raise children. Learn how to raise children. No, Ben Crump should have fed your children in Mississippi, which has one of the highest poverty rates in the world, despite all the money white Americans give y'all. Y'all are pathetic, man. Y'all are pathetic. I'm American. I'm home. I bought a house here, $975,000 in Prosper, Texas. So I am home. Until Massa tells me to sell and leave. I don't care about what Trump thinks. I don't depend on politics. See, when you're exceptional at what you do, politics doesn't mean anything to you. I don't care who wins an election. I lived okay under Barack Obama, even though he sucked for the most part. With the stupid ass Obamacare, where is it now? None of you can buy insurance. Most of you don't even have health insurance. Let them denaturalize me. I don't care. They cannot. Because I'm one of the better citizens. I'm better than 99% of your population. I am better than 99% of your population. And I work remotely for a Japanese company. I work in tech. I'm only here because my wife cannot work remotely. I'll just be honest with you. My house would have been in Africa a long time ago. I have a house in Africa. I have a house in Zambia. I have a house in Ghana. I have an apartment, beachfront apartment in Colombia. I bought another land in Colombia that I'm about to build my second vacation home over there. I'm doing fine, man. I do better than 99.9% of your population. I really do. Okay. You want a house tour? I'll give you a house tour so you can understand. It's not the ghetto, bro. It's not the ghetto. There are no blacks here. The blacks are not here. They are not even, whenever I see the blacks here, they are delivering DoorDash. You know, you say the Africans do Uber, you guys do DoorDash because you want to be smoking weed while you're driving, right? But there are no blacks here. This is like segregation zone, like Mississippi. Right? The blacks are not here. If you show up here, my neighbors will check you out. They'll be like, "Why are you here?" Like, there are no blacks here. Like, no blacks. If you see a black, it's Nigerian black or Jamaican black. But your black, saggy pants black, no, 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 no. You guys are not here. Ask about Prosper, Texas. You guys cannot exist here. You cannot exist here. You're too much of the bottom. Too much of the bottom to exist here. You're not here. Even our Walmart doesn't want to hire you guys. You know, I go to my Walmart to see if they hire some blacks, because when they hire too many blacks, I don't go. You know, when I go to a store and they hire too many blacks of their kind, unless they're like Africans or Caribbeans, yes. But when I see blacks of their kind and there's more than 4 of them congregating at the teller, I don't go. I don't go anywhere there's more than 4 black Americans congregated. Only black immigrants, then I go. So when a store opens and they hire a bunch of black people that talk ghetto, no, you will never see my ass over there. I may make a mistake and go there one time. After that one time, my ass is never going back. They opened a 7-Eleven down the street. It's an Indian company, and I think they hired some black boys to be working there. Soon as I saw those dreadlocks and some shit, I was like, man, fuck out of here, bro. I'm not taking my ass to that place because they hired ninjas. And I know what those ninjas will be doing over there. Not a whole damn thing. Okay. Man, nobody bullied me. Who can bully me? I came to America as an adult. I keep telling you guys my history, but you still don't want to listen. I went to undergraduate school. I did my bachelor's degree in Russia with Putin. You know Putin, Vladimir Putin. Okay. I did my degree in the 2000s with Putin. I came to Illinois State University as a graduate student. I was already an adult, almost 30. There is no bullying. It's not an HBCU. There were no blacks in the math department. Black people don't do mathematics. What are you talking about? Why are you tethering to something you're not capable of? You guys just play basketball. You dribble. You play ball and you sing rap and you sag your pants. There were no blacks in my institution. Illinois State University has a small black population. The graduate school has probably 1% black or 0.0 something percent black. And most of them that I encountered were from the Caribbean, Bermuda, Latin America, and Africa. You don't go to school like that. You're not in the graduate schools. You don't pursue higher education like that. For you being you are the majority black population in America. Then I go to graduate school in a math and computer science department, and I only see blacks from Africa. It's like, it's a state university. You guys are supposed to be the majority proportional to your population, and not even a single student in the math department and computer science. Not one. I'm not even lying, bro. There wasn't even one of you over there. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. And the kids that I thought that were undergraduates, they were just taking math as a prerequisite so they can get into some useless programs. And they sucked at it. You guys have been divorced from higher education for a very long time. So you have to come here and learn, because I am here to save your community. I really mean it. No, I'm really, really, Troy, I really mean it, man. I wish that people will listen more so we don't get into this trollish back and forth, because I really love you guys, man. I am here to save you, because I think I'm the only one that can do it. The few big channels that you've given your money to, these big channels, the Antons, they are all grifters. They lie, they talk all kinds of bullshit, then they trick up the money. I'm not tricking up nothing, man. I'm just me. Yes, I am saving Ghana. I give Ghana a lot of game. I help a lot of Ghanaians in the diaspora. I help a lot of people. I'm pro-human. I don't care where you're born and raised. I am pro-human. I am pro-human. No, Ghana is not poor. I just showed you. This is our high schools in Ghana. You are watching High Schools Africa. You still want to? I showed you. Not everybody in Ghana is poor. I never starved. I never struggled. If you can pay tuition in America as an African, you're not poor. If you can pay 80,000 a year, 70,000 a year with no student loans, cash, you're not poor. Not every African is poor. Y'all are stupid, man. Most Africans have money. Most have. HBCUs are shit. The only good ones, Spelman and Howard. Those are the only ones that are good. And they have like a 40% graduation rate. They are shitty. They are really shitty. Like there's no upside, because your alumni is going to be a bunch of DEI blacks, and they can never help you in corporate America. I've worked in corporate America long enough to understand how the corporate game works. There's nobody in corporate America, because see, this is what you guys don't know. Because of Doxing, I don't put a lot of it out there. Okay. If you look at the Fortune 500 list, my company is top 20 in the Fortune 500 list. So I'm at the top of the Fortune 500 list. I'm not in the bottom somewhere. Top 20. It's much lower than that, but I don't want people to call all the companies on the list. That is why I stretch it out to 20. Okay. So I am in the Ivy Leagues of corporate America, and it's not a lie, because I've proven it to some of my listeners that I trust. I am in the Ivies of corporate America, and I'm at the top of it. Not like a starter or like mid-tier career. I'm grandfathered in. Creme de la creme. Yes, I am grandfathered in. Top of corporate America. And you people are not there. So you need to take this shit that we talk about seriously. Keep playing games on the internet and joking. In the next 5 years, most of you, even the trucks that you drive, are going to be automated. They're going to take your trucks away from you very soon. The warehouse is already leaving you. We are putting robots in these warehouses. Very soon, you won't even have that. You won't even have that. We are home, buddy. We don't need to go anywhere. We are here with the whites. We are not here with you. Okay? I could care less about you guys, man. I wish y'all didn't even exist, because you're not doing much in America. You're just creating problems for everybody. You know? You're creating problems for everybody. But I'm home. This is home. Estoy en mi casa. This is home. This is home. I'm talking to you from my home. Okay? I am talking to you from my home. This is home. I'm American. Massa says I'm American. Anyway, I got to get to sleep, man. I got work tomorrow. You guys have been great. Let's dance it out. Let's give these FBAs some good African music. Better than their shitty rap. Let's go.